with the right bra on. I mean, face it, when I wear the Jadique bra, it really does make you look 10 pounds lighter without wearing anything else. And that is something that I think women would be very interested in knowing about and seeing, especially. So, if you're in body fashions or color, let them know that you just want to share some information, that you're the one really doing them a favor. And you'll be surprised how, that favor can turn around into sales and recruits. What you can also do is team up with other distributors, because a lot of the times if you're doing a makeover or bra fittings, they can be an involved process. So especially if you're new, a good thing to do is to team up with other distributors so that you could see more people. Now, you might wonder, well, where do I find all these groups and organizations? And I'm going to mention a site that we've talked about lots of times, and that's meetup.com. They list groups in your area. What you can do, too, is that you could start one of your own. Let's say you're in color, and you know what? You're thinking, I want to start a group that gives women makeup advice. And the difference with the way other people do it and I do it is that I actually know how to do color analysis. Or you can even start simple with just doing color fit and then progress to the Color Alliance program. But starting your own meetup group is a great thing to do. One of the questions that we got here in the office is that a woman actually did, she thought, joining a group is going to be a really good idea. But the only problem is that, and this is what she said, is that joining the group might take up more time than I'm willing to devote. I really just want to develop contacts through the groups, and so what should I do? And so a good answer to that is that as an entrepreneur, we know that you ladies are very serious about your business, but that doesn't mean that you can't have any outside fun. So joining a group that interests you, if you do that, you will go to the meetings and even spearhead some fun events for the group. And you might think, well, why do this if it's not really going to be an income-generating activity? But it can be, because you are in the relationship-building business. If you join a group that interests you, chances are you're going to have more of a connection with the members of that group. You will build relationships with those women, and they are leads for contacts, bookings, sales, and recruit. So, joining groups, a lot of people might think it's a waste of time, but it really isn't. It really isn't. And, you also have to have a little bit of fun after you've worked so hard. Now, another thing to do is get listed and get out there. Now, people who are just starting their business, they're probably thinking, what do? I don't know what to do. Well, one of the simplest things you could do that's very low cost is, getting listed in a local phone book. You could also do this online under Yahoo Yellow Pages. You can decide to place a local ad in the paper, but that can be quite an investment, but that is up to you. A great thing is to join networking clubs, such as there's a networking breakfast clubs. And what they usually do is that, the women give reciprocal business to each other, and that is a great group to join. In terms of getting out there, trade shows and expos are really great for exposure. Now, don't get discouraged if you have a booth there and you think that I didn't really get my investments worth. What happens to you when you go to those trade shows is that you get recognized in your community. Remember, insight in mind. But if you're just starting out and can't invest in a booth, it's easy. All you have to do is attend the event. Talk to other businesses there. Pass out your card and networking with people. And here's an idea. You might want to think of wearing a little button that says, "Ask me." And, you'll be wearing this on your collar while you're walking around the event. And you know what? You will be surprised how many people will actually ask you. Doing this will accomplish the networking that you want to accomplish for the price of what? An entrance ticket. This doesn't take the place of having a booth there, but when you're starting out and funds are slim, this is really a good way to go. Also, I was looking at our price list, and we have various pins listed there that you can purchase to wear. So these are, these little pins are great conversation pieces. Now, one of the things online to do in, looking for where to go and getting yourself more exposure is one, and we've talked about this before, start a blog. Blogger and WordPress are really great sources for free blog. Here's another one. Excuse me. Let's say, you know what, starting a blog is too involved. I don't really want to do that. Here's one thing. Respond to other people's blog. Leave comments. About it has to be about opportunity, or whether it be skincare or body fashions. Your response needs to be relevant to the product for it to have an effect. What you can also do, and this is what I used to do, is go to websites such as Yahoo Answers. You'll be surprised at how many people have questions about bras, makeup, skincare, even nutrition supplements. If you're a bra expert, you will easily answer the question. And when you answer the question, add a link to your website. And you know what? The way Yahoo Answers works is that the person asking the question will usually choose the best answer. And if your answer is chosen as the best answer, you get more exposure that way. Now, I was talking to somebody the other day, and she made a few website suggestions, and here are two. Number one is the eWomen's Network. It's a great networking community for women entrepreneurs. It lets you create a profile page about you and your business. It's great for reciprocal business exchanges. But there is an initiation fee of $250 and a $16 a month membership. eWomen's Network is great because I have checked it out, and they have various events all around the country. But if that's not really your speed, here's another one for you. HomePartyPlanNetwork.com is a great site for direct sellers to get ideas and advertise. There's a fee for advertising, but the benefits of the site is something that you can enjoy at no cost to you. They have some really great articles and party plan ideas. Here's one that I just totally loved, and it's so simple, it's so obvious, but it was just so great. It's I read an article in there called "Ask Me About My Job," and basically that's a little game that you could play with other women, whether you're in a group or in a or if you have a party plan, or if you just want to talk about the opportunity without having to talk about it. Ask Me About My Job is a game that you play with the other ladies in the group, where you give them a raffle ticket for every question they ask you about your job. And then at the end of the day, you do a drawing, and whose ever ticket you draw, they get a prize. And the chances are that the more tickets they have, the more raffle tickets they have, the more questions they've asked, the greater their chances are of winning a prize from you. And I just thought that Ask Me About My Job game was just really a good one to do, because it lets you share information without being too aggressive about it, because they're the ones going to you. The site Home Party Plan Network is really a great site for you guys, because it's really direct sales oriented. They have tons of tips, booking tips. They have hostess coaching tips. They have home business tips, recruiting tips. They have tips on how to advertise your business, and they have articles such as 42 Ways to Find Customers. And they have another article called 82 Ways to Get Bookings, another article titled You Can Be a Great Salesperson. And here's an article I loved, and I thought that was very timely, titled 6 Steps to Avoid Losing Summer Sales. And that's just a few. Now, as I kind of wind down my presentation, for new distributors, it's really important knowing where to go. It is important in starting your business, but it's also important to know where to go for information and ideas, because let's face it, destination points for sales and recruiting, that is what you need, but you need the information of networking and marketing and promoting to help you close the sale. So, it's also a good thing to share ideas with other unique distributors. Again, as I said earlier, I'll be sharing links to some of the websites I talked about when we update the telephone